What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lincoln, and I'm the owner and operator of Ario Tech Services. And the dating topic of today is going to be long distance relationships. So this message comes from one of my viewers slash followers who is in this situation where, according to his statement, he says that he was attending college, and he met this foreign girl, and they were kind of like they were hooking up every so often, kind of like off and on here and there. But the thing is, it came to that point where they were starting to develop feelings for each other. But there was a situation happened to where the girl's visa has expired, and she had to go back to her home country, wherever she came from. So he's kind of like wanting to see her, can't wait for her to come back down, can't get her out of his mind, and just so forth and so forth. So he's actually reaching out to me, asking me for my advice about the situation, about this long distance relationship. He has a few questions, and he's asking, does long distance relationships ever work? How to make it work? Is she cheating on him? And just all like these negative reinforcements that. So I decided to make a video on that because it's a very, very important thing. Like me, I'm in the Honolulu, Hawaii area, so we have a lot of foreigners that always come down here a lot, and from all over the globe. And a lot of the locals down here, the people who are already living in Hawaii, they're always wind up dating foreigners every time. And it's a common problem where they start stressing out as soon as the girl does go back, or the guy, or whatever the case is, and they don't know how to handle these type of situations. So I made this video, and hopefully this video would help. So let's dive right on in. Um, from my experience, I was actually in a long distance relationship before. Um, this was back then, a while back, where I met this girl when she was down. Where I met somebody when she was down here on vacation. She was only down here on a 3-day vacation, and I met her on her second day. And lucky enough, we was able to have fun, spend time together for the remainder 2 days that she was actually down here. Now, when she went back to wherever she came from, at that time we didn't have any Skype. We didn't have no way of no, I wait, correction. I think Skype just came out at that time, but I wasn't too familiar with Skype. So how we was contacting was we would send maybe 1 to 2 emails. No, one email. Yeah, sometimes it was 2 emails a day, which was only like couple sentences. Hey, how are you doing today? Da 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 da. Da. And it was no more than a paragraph, and that used to happen at least once a day or at least every other day. And once a week, every week, or sometimes every week and a half to 2 weeks, she would call me and we would talk, but the conversation wouldn't last more than 5 minutes. It was like maybe 3 to 4 minutes at the most, and then we had to go because where she was from, the minutes were so expensive. So it was kind of difficult, but the thing is we never gave up. Now just imagine we wasn't able to see each other. This is how we was communicating from 6 to 8 months at a time, and at least once every 6 to 8 months she would come down here, and then she would visit me because she had the flight deals. So while she was taking the flight down here, she had the flight discounts. I would pay for the hotel room, I would pay for the activities, I would pretty much prepare everything for her arrival. I would do my part on top of that, and it worked out very great. Now, a lot of you guys are wondering, how was it that I did it? So, like me, I teach stress management. This is what I do. And this is why a lot of people that know me, they know that you'll rarely find me stressed out, because it's like you have to understand stress in order to conquer it. So this is every time I always ask guys all the time is, okay, The number one secret that I'm gonna tell you how to handle a long distance relationship without stressing out is you have to keep busy. That's the number one important thing. You have to have something going on in your life to take your mind off of it. Um, I'm going to explain to you why. I did another video on that one time, and it talked about how your mind actually works. So your brain is a mental muscle. It always has to be stimulated in thought every single time. So if you're just sitting down at home all day and then you're not doing nothing that interests you and you're just looking at four walls all day, your mind is going to play tricks on top of you. That's just how your mind actually works. Um, this is why if you ever study people who are like who stay in segregation, who are locked in a cell, like a lot of the prison inmates or prisoners of war, or just people who are isolated in one little box all day long, a lot of them, from normal people, they start to go crazy because there's nothing to occupy their minds. So they start hearing voices, and then they'll start talking to themselves and talking to things that are not there. That's how your mind works, because your mind always has to be stimulated with a thought. So if you're just sitting down at home and you're looking at four walls all day and you're not stimulating your mind with something positive, and most people, they're going to start thinking about the girl that is overseas. And there's going to be times where those negative thoughts is going to come into your mind, such as, okay, she's gonna be up there fooling around, or she's not gonna come back down here. So when your mind picks up on that, your mind is gonna download that information inside your brain, and that's where the destruction is gonna start right there. So the number one thing I always ask guys all the time is, or just anybody in general, what are your hobbies? What do you love to do on your free time? A lot of people will tell me, some people will tell me, I love surfing, I love hiking, I love working on my car, I love working in the garden. Whatever the case is, it doesn't matter. And the other thing that I ask them is, okay, when you are engaged in what you love to do, your projects or whatever the case is, let's just say, for example, you're engaged in working on your car or renovating your house or building things, whatever it is, when you're engaged in that, what is going through your mind at that particular time? They are saying, almost everybody would answer, nothing. There you go. That's the secret right there. It's like, because you are so focused on your project at hand, what you're actually doing, that you're not thinking about what the fucking neighbor is doing across the street, or what's happening down the road. You have a tunnel vision on your project that you do. So that's what you gotta do, and that's what helped me in my long-term relationship as well too. Um, and it also says over here too, he's asking me if she is cheating up there and how to find out if she is cheating. Well, I got some bad news for you, man. You never know if she is cheating or not. You never know if she is out there overseas on the other side of the globe out there, and you don't know nobody there. You don't know nothing about the culture or anything like that. You would never know that she is cheating on. You'd never find out. She could have another guy up there. She could have two or three other guys out there, and you would never know. But that is not the point. The point is, it's like you don't want to come off like that. Because according to your statement, you guys were just kind of like just casually just dating and hooking up. You wasn't engaged in a marriage. You wasn't in a committed relationship. It's just a casual relationship that is more than likely to develop into a committed relationship. So if she does, I have like a hair or something stuck in my mask, but if she does have like somebody else up there, um, who gives a fuck? That's none of your fucking business if she is sleeping around up there or not. You just focus on yourself, and like I said, it's like you would never know if she is having an affair or not. Um, it's just something that is not worth stressing out. And like I tell men all the time, I tell people, men and women, is if your significant other is going to cheat, there's nothing you can do about it. At this point, all you can do is just be her best option, because if she is making plans. If she wants to come down here and be with you, um, and you want to be with her at the same time, if you're gonna stress out over this kind of stuff, you're not gonna draw her to you a lot closer because you're gonna stress out over it, and eventually you're gonna reach that breaking point where you're just gonna blow, and then you're gonna be like, I know you're cheating on me, don't cheat on me, and stuff like that. You do something like that, I tell you one thing, you're gonna drive this girl right into the hands of another guy out there, and you'll probably never ever hear from this girl again. But what I would do in this situation is you have to still go out there, still live your life. Go out there, have fun, meet other girls, date other girls. Remember, you're not committed yet. It's just you're just casually hooking up and then it's kind of slowly developing into a commitment. So there's no commitment yet. So go out there, have fun, start meeting other women. The reason why I tell you to start meeting other women is because just in case if she does find somebody at home or she does decide that, this is really not working out, this is too much stress for me or whatever it is, at least you don't have to worry too much because you have 2 to 3 other guys that you can be dating as well too. So it's not going to be that bad. Um the the thing about long distance relationships is eventually somebody is going to have to move. That's another bad part about it too, is either she has to move down here, which it looks like that's what's going to be, or you have to move up there to go and be with her. Now, I strongly would not recommend moving wherever she is at, because according to a case study, there's case studies that has been done on top of that where they're studying these long distance relationships, and most of the time when the guy moves up to where the girl is at specifically for being with to be with the girl, most of the time those relationships don't always work out. There's a high chance it's not going to work out because the whole purpose, like what I teach, is there's a difference between masculine energy and feminine energy. Masculine energy is not about giving up everything just to go and to be with a girl. That's not masculine energy. Now, however, if you have a career up there where she's at set up already, and you have a job up there set, and you move up there because that's what you want to do, that's what your mission is, to move up there for other than being with her, such as you go up there for the culture, you go up there to go to school, you go up there to start your career, then you have a better chance of it working. But most of the time, if you just you give up your whole entire life where you're at just to move across the globe to go and be with a girl, just for that reason for being with the girl, most of the time it's not going to work. Most of it's better if the girl comes to you because that's feminine energy. Feminine energy in a woman is being submissive to the man. So in your situation, what I will do is that's what I will do. I will take advantage with all the online opportunities such as Skype dates, FaceTiming, and I would book maybe like while I'm waiting for it to come down. At least maybe once a week or two, a Skype session where you can actually see each other versus like how I used to do it before. That's what I'll do. But in the meantime, I would start preparing for when she does come down here and to be with you in the meantime. Um what I mean by that is it doesn't fully say in detail exactly, but I mean, like for example, you be the judge on top of that. Like if you don't have a big enough place yet, let's just say for example, you're sharing a room with somebody. You're renting one 2 bedroom house and you're sharing one bedroom. I would try to upgrade to maybe like a 1 bedroom apartment, or probably find another job or find a better paying job. So because when you and prepare the immigration papers, because if you are preparing the immigration papers, they're going to want to see if you're going for the K1 visa or whatever visa that you're going for. A lot of times they're going to want to see your income, and your income has to match us be in a certain range because they want to make sure that you're able to take care of her and she's not going to be a burden to the system when she does come down here. And in the meantime, and don't fucking stress about it. Like I said, just don't stress about it. Just do your thing. just continue being the awesome person that she fell in love with, that she totally loves, and be and just continue doing what you were doing that caused her to like you in the first place. If you're gonna wind up chasing this girl and um accusing her of cheating or whatever it is, like I said, you're just gonna push her away a lot farther and farther. Now, when you are talking with her and then you do engage in these Skype dates or whatever it is, don't be asking her, "Oh, do you have guy friends up there? Are you seeing anybody up there?" Don't be talking up. Just live in the present moment. Just ask her, "Oh, how is things up there?" Or is it raining up there? Just talk about something other than that negative topic. Because if you talk about that negative topic, like there's a good chance you're gonna push her away. And since you guys are not in a committed relationship, so I would say right now is I wouldn't bring up. Hold on, it's nothing important. I'll get back to it later. But I wouldn't bring up the topic of marriage and or anything like that because that's her department to do it. I mean, if she's already preparing to come down here and be with you already, it's that's all you gotta do is just continue doing what you do to continue doing what made her like you in the first place, what caused you to hook up in the first place. So I hope this message actually helps you, and hope whoever else is watching this, it helps him as well too. Um, if you like this topic, just hit that like button, and if you have anything else, you have any questions for me or anything like that, feel free to contact me. And just get, at least like I own and I operate two other different businesses as well too. So um if I don't, just give me at least couple days. Sometimes just to respond to a reply, it's gonna take me at least couple days, and at times it's gonna be like a week or two. So just give me time to reply back to you. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later.